What's up, and welcome back to Gabe Miller Music. Today we are wielding the Syntakt to make some truly unhinged monstrosities, like the beat that you heard in the intro, which was processed in post, and then some other stuff not processed at all that you're going to hear in a second. But first, some important context. Catenation is someone who I natty discovered on YouTube. She makes the Syntakt sound the best I have ever heard it sound, with these pounding, dark, industrial beats. Kind of reminds me of the group Clipping, and Electron was very, very smart to hire her to make some sound packs, which I highly recommend. I bought them with my own money. I bought them pretty much instantly the second that I saw that that was a thing. And so if you take away nothing else from this video, subscribe to Catenation. She gets more out of the Syntakt than I ever will, but hopefully I can use some of her sounds to create something that's at least somewhat entertaining. With that being said, here's the unprocessed version of the beat that you heard in the intro, and more importantly, some further ridiculousness. So this walkthrough is not going to be super in-depth because I didn't do any of the sound design. I tweaked some of the sounds a bit to fit what I wanted, but let me just walk through how we got here, and then I'll piece out pretty quickly. So a few lovely basses in this intro that I'm switching between. And there's this LFO on this bass pluck that is moving the filter around. And just switching between sounds already gets me quite a lot of mileage. In post, I just made sure to have each sound cut the other sound off like immediately. And then I added some extra distortion and glitch effects that pop in at key moments, especially for things like this, which is one of the analog kicks. The main kick is this lovely digital kick being held down a good bit. And this like trash can snare that is so aggressive, and I just really, really like it. To start off the beat, I have these two very aggressive sounds. This is running in the background the entire time. We go into this for the kind of third section of this drop, as well as this pluck thing, which I've bit crushed and distorted a bit more in post. And then for that last section, I just held down this bass and then added some effects to turn it into a bit more of a kind of Reese type thing in post. Plus this hi-hat. That's kind of all you need for drums, and then the rest of it is just switching between basses, sticking to one kind of main rhythm, but bouncing a lot of stuff around, and then just effing it all up further in post. Beat 2 is a little more simple, and I think works just on the device itself. Similar bass patch. And I'm literally just playing that, having no bass playing while the kick is going. And once again, lovely LFO on here, and I have set the delay to ping pong and turned the width up a bit. In addition, we have this very unnerving sound. Once again, ping pong delay cranked up a good bit, as well as a good bit of reverb, and that's providing a lot of atmosphere and some dissonance. Hi-hat, and in this case, I am going into amp and turning every other trig down a good bit to simulate velocity. And then everything else was finding little sounds to fit in the pocket, like this stab. And once again, in my sequencer, I have brought down the filter envelope movement a little bit, since the filter was already as low as it would go, but I wanted to have the filter closed a little bit more. Other than that, to lead us from the end of the loop to the beginning, this little LFO guy, and I've cut some lows on that as well. That's like synced right up to the beat. And then I didn't actually end up using this but I do really like it, and I wanted you to hear it. For beat 3, this analog kick is doing most of the heavy lifting. This spooky sound is doing some of the heavy lifting as well. Dual VCO is capable of some crazy stuff. And then this is running quietly in the background as well. So we're just creating a wall of sound, a piercing ride, another kind of piercing synth, introing the beat with this. Didn't end up using this, but once again, I really like it. Now that's just fun. Absolutely glorious. Once again, I leaned into as many harsh sounds as I could get my hands on. Once again, ping pong delay. And someone actually making the percussion engine sound good. So that's literally everything I wanted to show you. A little bit quick, a little bit unhinged. This is probably the last video I'm going to make with the Syntakt. I absolutely love what it is capable of sounding like. I like the form factor, but I just don't always love using it, and so I might pass that on. So if you want more Syntakt content, I suggest you check out Catenation's channel up over here, and if you'd like some more Syntakt content from me, you can check out this video down over here with a bit more of a cyberpunk take on it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with a new video in a little bit. Also, look at the bird. He looks so silly from down there. What a silly guy.